And we're back.
Okay.
I see
Hey, everybody.
audio. I see audio doing audio things, which is always great. I like that.
All right. As I close some of the 800 million tabs I have open.
Yep.
All right. That's better. Okay.
Who wants to see some cool animations before we get started?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna push us to the animation screen. Boop. And here is Perny. Walking real normal.
He walks so normal, you guys. Don't worry about it.
He walked so normal.
Look at him walking so normally.
Just completely normal man, Copernicus Sunshine.
Normal human being, Perny.
That is what we all say
We
about
all
him.
know him.
Just a normal dude.
Yeah.
And where's the other one? Oh, yes. Chef Trumlin. I love this one. So cool. Underdark Chef.
He serves for sure.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay. So before break, crazy shit was happening.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Maybe.
So, yeah,
I think you died.
I might have died maybe a little bit.
Ugna is like quite sure that she just witnessed the death of someone she might have loved.
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
No one ever said anything, so I guess it's totally fine, right?
Yeah.
It's fine.
But
Nothing
he
was
died.
said, so it didn't matter.
It my love to you.
You know.
Never say again. Yeah, Ugna, your brain is still a mess of memories of both yourself and the Bone Crusher.
No.
And as you guys went careening through the dimension door on Trey's back, extended to include the entire party, with like a whirlwind of sorcery points being spent on it, you find yourself in the desert. And of course, the dimension door winks out as soon as Morgan is being destroyed, or at least brought to 0 hit points by an eldritch blast from Cache the Deathless.
Una tries to run to where the portal was, and it's like frantically digging through sand, swiping at the air, trying to get back to where Morgan is, and yelling like just incoherent, Morgan, no, come back! Like just, yeah, it's very emotional.
Bleeding.
At this point, no longer in
Small
the
bleeding sounds.
fairy tower, Copernicus, you're going to resume your normal size as the curse is lifted.
Ooh.
And now you're
muted.
lying next to Tromlin. You're all lying on the sand. Copernicus, Tromlin. You have Copernicus in your arms. You've got this baby sheep. Tromlin, you're still clutching the clue. And Prince Assad is like kissing the sand, alternately kissing the ground and like spitting. Oh, thank God.
I think Perny pulls out his book and looking at the sheep in the eyes, right? It's like, Morgan, is that you?
As you look the sheep in the eyes, the lamb that was just bleeding at you, like takes the one look in your face and then sort of crystallizes. The look over the eyes goes glassy, and within like the 2 beats of a heart, becomes almost like a porcelain figure of a lamb, just hardens as like the magic kind of wears off, and instead of a weird illusion thing, it just becomes a physical object.
I was like, man, I was gonna cook that lamb.
Cold and lifeless.
I'm
Then
sure it's fine, you guys.
I think Perny starts to panically write in the book and be like, Morgan? Morgan? Are you there?
She made it through, didn't she?
Are
She
you
made it
there,
through,
God?
right?
It's me, Copernicus.
Sorry?
Is that Randy?
Oh, I just thought of the old Judy Blume book. Are you there, God? It's me, Copernicus.
Yeah.
Una's still like scrabbling around in the dust, but she sees you writing in the book, and she'll look over and be like, "She made it out, right? She made it out."
I don't. There's no answer right now. Yeah. Is there? Can I do any Arcana about what happened in the hectic closing seconds?
I
of
mean,
our
you don't need an
day?
Arcana roll to know that that was a massive wild magic surge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been around Morgan long enough to know that as a wild magic sorcerer, you can start dumping more magic energy into something. So this was probably Morgan brought a huge wild magic surge upon herself in order to pull off what she was
Whatever
trying
this
to do
was.
to do a dimension door. Like, I mean, again, I'm not going to make you roll because your Arcana is ridiculous, but you would say that dimension door shouldn't have worked, right? The only reason she was able to do a vortex warp before is because technically through that doorway was a place that she could see and send the
Yeah.
other into. Dimension door isn't based on where you can see. You just choose a spot
Yeah.
within a physical distance, right? Like 500 feet or whatever it is. And obviously this spot in the desert is a lot more than 500 feet from the spot in the tower. But between the tower being kind of in the Feywild and kind of in the real world, and this portal being an opening between the desert and the tower, there was a linkage. And then clearly Morgan wanted this to happen badly enough to dump a crapload of power into it, and there was a backlash. And all of
like,
those weird things that were
supernova.
happening were that. You don't think that Morgan was killed by the wild magic surge, though. You think that, like, you saw Cache
Yeah.
throw an all too familiar looking Eldritch Blast
Kind of death ray.
at Morgan, and you saw Morgan like go down.
Yeah.
You imagine if you still had access to Morgan, that like healing spells could theoretically be used, or spare the dying. But
I Arcana and use my magical eyeballs on the sheep to just see if it was like produced through or by her through the closing sort of salvo of magic. Does it like carry any residue of her, or like if it was one of the illusions of her, then it could
it's
actually
definitely
be...
got magical residue. If you created something with your blood crafting, it would have magical residue on it, right? It would be a physical object, but it would be made by magic. So there's definitely like residual wild magic here, but like what you would expect, right? If back when you were at the tower in Ravenfall and there was like a burst of flower petals everywhere, if you picked up those flower petals, right? It's the kind of stuff produced by wild magic.
So then I'm gonna this is the second time, and it's like it's so weird too for Perny that like Morgan started speaking in like the occultism
Yep.
language right before again a woman he cares about died protecting him from an evil eldritch blast so that he could get away free
Yeah.
after being part of snatching a thing of power. Like it's
Yep.
and he's again in the desert alone with his guild. So I think that I think that I'm just kind of doing a like how many stages of grief can he accept at once type wisdom roll, I think it would be.
Yeah.
But I have to also point out that you're wrong because you're not alone in the desert.
That's true.
Ooh.
That's true. That's true.
You're not alone.
I'm gonna give him
Trey is
advantage.
taking a dust bath in the sand.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever seen an owl take a dust bath, but Trey is
So
taking a
cute.
colossal dust bath.
I'm gonna set the
Uga's not paying
DC.
attention. She is like full on.
Distraught.
In fact, so she's down on her knees. She's been digging around. She like starts crying, and then at one point, as she's like head in her hands, just tears streaming down her face, she'll actually lift one of her hands and smack herself across the side of the face. Be like, pull yourself together. And be like, no, I'm not gonna.
Okay, that's when Tromlin speaks up. That's when he can't watch. Walks over, sits next to her, and says, "You're allowed to be sad.
That's
You're
what I
allowed to
said.
cry.
Yes, but we
You're
have
allowed
stuff
to
to
cry
do.
when you're." But we also need to get this back. I'm not like we should. If you want, we can do a service for her right now.
She's not gone, is she? She can't be.
I mean, hun, I don't know. I would be surprised, but things have happened before. It doesn't look good. You did just get blasted by a elder entity.
You gotta be able to do something though, right? Like y'all are magic.
Hun, that magic is beyond me. I remember I spent my first few years of life being a thief, not a cleric. But let's bring what we have of her, and we'll see what we can get done when we get to town. Okay?
Ugna just collapses into your arms. Like,
Just kind of Trumba just hugs her, lets her cry.
It's like a pillar falling on you. But yeah, no, she'll just.
It's happened before, I'm sure.
Occasionally, she will actually like lift up and try to be like, "No, we gotta keep going," and then she'll collapse back in your arms again.
I think off to the side, Perny quietly starts crying, which of course is blood for him. Like just starts crying, and writes a little bit
Really
in
thick.
and like really dried out. Like
Yeah.
instantly, sand is like gumming it up too. But I think he writes a little like it like very much like one of those messages you say to someone in a coma, where you're like, I don't know if you can hear this, but thank you for saving us, and if there's any way to get you back, we will try to find it. I promise. And then he puts his hand on Barb. He's never been very good at letting go.
What?
When you touch the bucket, you snatch your hand back because it's burning hot. And you look down and you notice that the runes are just glowing red with fury.
Barb demands the lamb.
No.
No, I think she knows Cache. Can I try to
Yeah.
attune? Can I try to attune to Barb in this moment and see if I can understand what's going on with her?
I mean, you don't really like speak with her necessarily, although recently that's a question again after the events at the manor. But you're on the money. You're probably not the only one who recognized the so you heard that word in your mind.
Oh yeah.
When Cache was looking at you in fury. You imagine that was more of an area of effect kind of situation. Also, though, you made an occult. You were looking into some occult and like looking around with your magic eyes. Make me a perception check.
13. Not a heavy hitter for
total?
perception. Yeah.
Oh,
Morgan would have given
I
me
think-
guidance.
Fuck off.
I will give him guidance.
Absolutely.
no, it's okay because I just remembered it was. I was gonna say I thought you had a decent roll there, but that's because you often use investigation instead,
Yeah.
right? So
Which I
I'm
was
happy
doing, but
to
I was
use
only
your
doing- I was-
investigation.
I was doing it specifically and only on the lamb, though, which is like investigation. You call your shot. You say what it is you're looking at. So.
Yeah, but you were doing an investigate with your magic, so I'm happy to add that
Okay.
extra +5, so that becomes an 18. So
A +7 actually gets me to a 20. 13 on the
the
die.
13 was on the die. Sorry, I thought.
Oh,
that was
sorry,
your-
no, sorry. No, you're right. Sorry, it was 11 on the die. You're right. 11 on the die. 18.
Right.
Yep. My bad.
Still just as good. So you as you're casting about, you're looking at this and examining the lamb. The magic sense is fading. It's just a porcelain figure created by magic is just sort of now just a physical object. And you're, applying your occult knowledge and your arcana to sort of go, okay, yeah, this is just something that was created. I reached in to try and grab Morgan, but what I got was a bit of wild magic.
Morgan,
but-
is that you?
But you also notice, as you're looking around with your magic eyes, a single stone a short distance away in the desert, in the direction of the oasis that you can see quite far out in the distance, which you guys saw when you first looked through the portal. And the stone would just be a stone in a desert, except that it's magical. And you notice that there is a magical stone a short distance away.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe the size of a person. Like it's a ways away, so it's kind of there's that mirage-y distance thing of like how big is that? But
there's I'm picking up on some dense magic, some kind of stone in the distance. I say we navigate that way, and if we can't find our bearings by the time we get there, we will navigate towards the oasis. That we will need to find somewhere to rest and find shelter if we are going to find out what happened to Morgan.
Tramlin will help Ugna get to her feet.
Yeah, you basically have to. Muted. I was gonna say
Oh,
you
you're
basically
muted,
have
Lena.
to direct her. She's not.
Yeah.
Not
He's
herself.
treating this like,
Yeah.
he would anyone who just had a devastating loss.
Oh no, absolutely. So yeah, but
While
she'll
also
placidly
refusing
follow
to
along.
address his own sadness, because that's how Tramlin do.
Yeah, yeah.
Did we do Tromlin a caretaker burnout? Did we?
Oh no.
Did we do him a caretaker burnout? I think we might have done him.
We
a
might have
caretaker
done one of
burnout.
those.
Yeah, he's kind of broken.
Yeah.
Yep. Princess Odd will pipe up at this point. He, unlike everyone else in the party, is actually kind of perked up a bit because he's home, and he'll say, "Don't worry, I'll help you keep from getting lost. That oasis over there, I know that one.
Thank you.
I can
Princess
find our
Odd.
way to the nearest city.
I'm
That's where I
familiar
was
with
traveling.
That oasis. I travel to that oasis often.
It's on the
It
caravan
looks like that
trail.
mirage I like.
Well, I'll if he'll
It's
allow us,
left.
I'll guide us towards the stone first.
Yeah, it's in the same general direction as the oasis. The oasis is further away. And he'll say that. He'll say that, you can't, you got to be careful. These distance is really hard to judge. As you get closer to the stone, you can clearly see a bit of a face in the side of it. And it's a little larger than you thought it was. When you get towards it, it's like maybe the size of a very small house, like a shed or a shack. And it's like a chunk of granite or whatever, like a part of the distance. You can see in the distance the hills and mountains, which Copernicus, with your well-traveled, sort of generally roughly where you are, that you're probably in the deserts relatively near to the spine, the mountain range that divides the Empire of Ibetia from the Eastlands, the deserts of Ix. And that's like way off in the distance. So you're a fair ways out in the desert, but you're not so far that you can no longer see the foothills. So even if you were left to your own, you'd be like, well, I will trudge in that direction because eventually
Here, I've got a
I would
map.
find things.
We are just at the edge here in the desert of Ix.
Oh, you got the map up?
Yep.
If you go to the map, the slightly, or actually the Ibetia map, the map of Ibetia shows a better look.
There is the Empire of Ibetia.
Either that or the world map if you have the whole world map. But the Ibisha map is a little
Oh, this
closer, and
one's
I
good.
think it'll work.
Yeah, this one's good.
Just watching for it to catch up on the stream. Yeah, you can't see too far over there, but yeah,
You can see
the
over here.
mountains. Yeah.
There's Solus.
Sorry, where were
There's
you looking
Sand's
at?
Edge and Solus just at the edge of
Yeah,
the map.
Solus. Yeah, exactly.
So there's
And Sand's Edge would be the town that
Down here.
Copernicus knows of that's next near the mountains. So from
Yeah.
where you are much further out east, you can at least see the mountains on the horizon
way
to the
out
west
here
of you.
somewhere.
Yeah, well, we're way off the ability to actually show it in the map, but
Cool.
but the point being that you're not so far out in the desert that you would be like entirely uncertain of direction without the sun. Okay.
Can I do some arcana about the big old rock?
You can. You might also just remember some things that were said.
I roll for my character to be smarter than me.
We'll make the Arcana check. See how that goes.
I'm going to history myself to make the arcana potentially have a bonus.
Actually, very appropriate in this case. Very appropriate.
Okay, so first comes history.
Then
Nat
comes
20 on the
married.
history, so
Ooh,
we
nice.
burned that
Oh,
the wrong time.
I've been here
excellent.
before.
So then that gives me
Mouse
plus
detector
3,
once.
I think.
Yes, but I'm also going to give you
Yeah.
advantage because that's a nat 20.
Okay, take it. Ugh. 9 was the better of the two, unfortunately, but still plus 12 plus 13 gets me to a 22.
Yeah. And like nat 20 on the history. So the Arcana, you're not 100% sure how the magic is working here. This stone is a magical place, but the history roll, you remember Gord the Goblin saying something about this treasure room, this place that had like a portal that had another place it led to, was where he gets his wishes, is the specific
Right.
language.
Oh.
And you recall the legends of the Cave of Wonders.
Hmm.
Is it filled with treasure beyond our wildest dreams?
Diamond in the diamond in the diamond in the rough. Cool. I will approach the stone, and how do I figure out? I don't want to. Wish magic is some real fickle shit. You gotta be real careful with that.
Yep.
Perny will say, I remember that Gord spoke to us about the place where he gets his wishes being through the portal. This stone is deeply embedded with magic. This might be what he was talking about, but I'm not sure. And no one wish for anything until we are sure what this does and how it works. Prince Assad, do you know anything about, given where we are, what this stone might be? Any lore about it or history?
You turn to Prince Assad and he is white as a sheet and like looks paralyzed. And he goes, djinn?
Oh.
He does this, and there's like cartoon amounts of fingernail shavings flying.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. That's a thing to be careful with indeed. I would like to arcana myself
I
about
want to
djinn.
remind everyone that it is nighttime in the desert.
Oh, right.
Okay.
It's cold.
Yes, it
We need
is.
to stop. We need to eat.
It's not necessarily, more often than not,
It's hotter than hot.
hotter than hot. Yeah.
In a lot of good ways.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
you are definitely beneath Arabian moons.
Why don't we make I would say make camp here, but I'm worried that this will be an obvious place for Kasia to find us. So I also don't want to stay here long, but perhaps the length of a short rest. And I can puzzle out how the stone works. And we can perhaps think about what we would ask it for. As I recall, wishing people back to life is
You're not doing that.
is a bit of a no-no, but perhaps we could wish to find out where she is or to bring her to us. Even if we had her body, we could use other conventional forms of magic to bring it back. So let us think about that as we rest. What's the time limit on Revivify? 10? Is it 10 rounds? Like it's like we're past it.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Okay.
We're looking for a
What's the
resurrection
next-
now.
Yeah. Okay. What's the time limit on a resurrection?
It depends, right? Or sorry, wait. Resurrection is the spell that's actually happening here, right? Where am I?
Reincarnation.
You're thinking. Yeah, reincarnation. Right. Resurrection. So it depends on which level you're talking about, right? Because there's a.
Perny is not aware of any reincarnation effects, so he's just thinking about like if we
No,
were going to try and
he
bring her
doesn't.
back. With
But
conventional
he is
means.
aware
Dead body.
of there being
Yeah.
different levels of resurrection spell.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out which one we're on next, basically, and like what's our time frame for it? Because if it's like we got 7 days for like the silver package resurrection at the old
Then we-
cleric
then
dome.
So,
we got a few
so
days to
the
figure it out.
regular resurrection spell is no more than a century.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great. All right.
So
Whoa, we
you're-
got lots of
you're-
time on that
you're
warranty.
good.
Yeah.
And then the greater resurrection, or whatever they're calling it now,
Yeah.
has like no, I think like no limits. True resurrection, that's the one I'm thinking of. True resurrection is interesting. It does have a limit. It says 200 years. I thought there was like an
really?
all, but that's the one where you don't even need the body.
Right. Well, I think we're going to try and
With the
get
level-
ourselves a body.
Yeah, with the level of what you've rolled, you would know that having a body means we're talking about like a 7th level cleric spell. We're talking something you need a pretty powerful priest to do it. But if you don't have a body, you're talking like maximum level magic.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
I
well,
will say flat out with that roll, you're talking true resurrection or wish.
Yeah. So I think Perny is going to. I think we'll do a short rest. Perny's going to study the stone. He could use help from either Prince Assad if he knows
Morgan would
about
help him.
djinn, or this would normally be Morgan would be his CSI buddy, magic CSI buddy, but it'll be Assad or Tromlin, depending on who might have the better insight culturally or magically.
So you're basically going to set up next to the big stone and set up camp.
Sure.
With your tone.
Yeah.
Probably in the lee of the stone because there is like wind and it is a desert. Although you do have the bag of holding and all the stuff in it because Prince Assad grabbed that. So
Okay.
you have all of Morgan's possessions, which is nice.
Yeah.
So you can go into the bag of holding and pull out the magic tent that Sir Godfrey made for you, so you guys can be in perfect shelter while you're out here. So you rest. We'll give everybody the equivalent of a long rest here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you're a very generous DM.
Absolutely. Somebody's gonna have to put Ugna to
Yep.
bed because she's not getting there on her own.
Tromlin will do it. He's
Yeah.
done it before, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Are you experimenting at all with your so Copernicus has now resumed his normal size. Are you going to make stew for everyone to eat? Or are you going to try making something else and see what happens?
You know what? It's been a bad day. I'm not feeling adventurous.
Smart. So you're going to stick with stew for now, just in case the fairies
Also,
decide.
I have a feeling Ugna's so depressed. Asking her to chew might be asking a lot.
You're gonna be lucky to get her to eat at all, which is very unlike her.
He's pouring it down her throat.
So
Yeah,
just
if you leave
updating
her
my.
with just like a bowl of stew, she's just gonna stare at it and
No,
like,
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Does not trust her enough right now.
No, she's had a real major blow.
Yeah. So
Now, you said, Copernicus, that you're going to do some study. What exactly are you looking into?
I think Pernie's just going to like. I think this would basically be the equivalent of taking 20 on an Arcana check on the stone, or a History check, whichever is more appropriate. And getting help from. I guess I think I'll probably get help from Prince Assad to like everything he knows about Jinn.
Yeah, you can also. It'll take a bit of coaxing because he's terrified of the very concept of the djinn. But also you can get guidance from Tromlin. Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll anything, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Prince Assad's, like, the main thing you get out of Prince Assad is the djinn are terrifyingly dangerous. They're out there in the desert. They are, in many cases, there are stories and legends that many of the great cities of Wahad that are in the desert were constructed because of jinn that were bound to a particular place. So, like, almost all of these towns, of course, are at sites of oases, right, where there's an aquifer that actually allows the growth of some vegetation. Obviously, otherwise people wouldn't live there and would stay nomadic. But in some cases, there are like just cities that shouldn't be. There'll be like a wedge of mountain thrust out of the desert that makes a perfect valley with like Petra-like cavernous temples and housing carved into the stone, and like golden spires of a palace up above, and a never-ending fountain that feeds an oasis that is the actual root of a river because it gives so much water. And in all of these cases, the stories are basically of some legendary figure trucking with a djinn, and it's always like a story of the trickery that had to happen to make sure that the djinn did what they wanted to do. And in most of these cases, the djinn is long gone because this then led to the djinn being freed or sent back to other planes where they come from. But in many cases, it's like, and here's the story of the guy who wished this and died because of how
this rock is here because this guy made his wish wrong and now he's trapped in a rock for eternity.
Yeah, or this city is the guy who wanted to make a city and the djinn made him a city. And at night you can hear the wailing in the trees. That wind is actually his lament because he's still conscious forever as a city. Or what, like, there's the stories are
Fun
not
stuff.
Yeah.
sounds
There
like
are
a Tim
stories of
problem.
djinns like toying with the mortals that they encounter as, fun playthings. Someone thinking that they would get wishes out of a djinn, and the djinn is like, yeah, I'm not actually beholden to anyone or anything here, so I'm just gonna do what I like, and make you my plaything.
Also, we've forgotten about Fetid. Fetid is still out there somewhere.
Fetid's out in the Feywilds with Zaxxas and Nollimandius.
They're having
leading,
a spin-off.
Yeah, absolutely. Can we
leading
do
the
a pretty
remaining.
net check-in? Ugna wouldn't think of it, but somebody should be like, "You good?"
Oh yeah, Pernie will send a Fetid, how goes your escape? All well there. We haven't heard from Morgan and we're a little concerned.
You'll try a few times throughout the night, and at first you'll get nothing. But that doesn't worry you too much because you're not super sure how well, like, that this doesn't work between planes of existence, and that tower is like gray areas. The Feywilds, the reality, is what's where, who. But after trying a few times through the night, you'll get a point where you will hear Fetid's response of being like, what will he say? Yeah, got pretty lost, but found Gord again. Um, you got to promise you're supposed to have his reward. I don't have it.
Give him a reward.
You gave him a reward, but part of what you agreed to give him was his pick of some stuff from that
Oh
treasure
well,
room.
if he
And you
shows
do
up,
have some stuff from the treasure room because you grabbed a bunch in bags.
That's true.
yep, he shows up, he gets something.
Yep.
But so Fetid will say that he wants he made another deal, but he wants you to promise you're going to give Gord his reward.
That's fine.
And then otherwise he'll say, we're slowly sneaking out, trying to find a way out. We're just going back down the way we came in.
Do you
And then we'll
want
see.
if we were able to arrange a teleport here, would you want that?
If that's you can do that. That would have
We
made all this a whole lot easier.
we might do some stuff with Jinn. It could be very dangerous, but we might do some stuff with Jinn. So wish us luck.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who Jim is. But whatever, when you find, if it's really, can you tell me how dangerous? Ask teleporting Jim how dangerous it is. And if it's very dangerous, maybe I'll take my chances just getting back to town.
It won't be dangerous for you. I think it will be dangerous for us, and I think we're going to do it for Morgan no matter what. So we could bring you here at the same time, perhaps. But it's up to you. If you'd rather walk, I have trust in.
Zaxxas says he knew a guy named Jim and he doesn't trust him.
Okay, we'll
Don't
let
trust
you
Jim.
guys check it. We'll check in a few times a day to make sure you're doing all right. But you stay wary, stay sneaky.
All right, we're gonna keep going until we get out of this place.
Okay, we've got some stuff for Gord. We'll figure out how to meet up after. We're in the desert, by the way, desert of Ix. So we're very far away. We'll have to.
I don't know where that is.
We'll have to find a post office.
Okay.
It's on the other side of the mountains from Ibisha, where the El Gato was. Remember, we went into the mountains.
That was really far away.
Ship. Yeah, well, that's how far away we are. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I'm not going to walk that far.
This call is literally costing me 100 platinum a minute. It's so long distance.
I'm going to walk to your house.
Okay,
and
that's good.
Okay,
that's good.
I'll meet you there.
All right.
That makes sense.
That we can do.
Okay.
Well, all right. I think we should ask.
I know Zaxxas never signed the book, but like,
He's standing by.
you hear like, you vaguely hear through Fetid. It's like, no, Jim, not you can't trust Jim. Very sneaky guy.
I think you can't trust Jim should be the title of this half of the episode.
Can't trust Jim.
He sold eggs. He'll take out the inside, make you think you're buying good eggs, but
he didn't
fake.
Weigh it?
No.
All right.
Can't trust Jim.
Again, this is costing me 100 platinum a minute.
Amazing.
All right. I think we should try to see if we can contact the djinn that I believe is dwelling in this stone and come up with the safest phrasing we can to ask it to bring Morgan to us. I don't want to. She may not be dead. She may be. We'll find out when she gets here, but we need a body to help her if she is. And if she's alive, then we'll know that too. If she's been imprisoned, we could be saving her. I think that's the right thing to do. I just think we need to be very careful about what we ask and how we ask it. And if Princess Odd has any stories at all about like successful djinn requests or like what you might offer in exchange, I'm all ears. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's kind of debating like, if you're gonna mess with the stone, I might just wait till I'm gone.
Yeah, maybe you could walk 500 yards that way, and if we don't show up in the next hour, you just leave without us.
Okay. Morning. will bring.
Hey, before we do that,
Yeah.
first thing I wanted to do, if you don't mind. I was going to attempt to meditate.
Ooh,
Oh,
to-
yes, of course.
yeah, important.
Because I have a clue I would like to pass off.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Maybe we don't have to start
So,
with any djinn if we got a god on our side.
yeah, you go to sleep and you'll immediately find yourself in a waking dream. It's you push your way out of the dark forest in the dream and come to a clearing, and it's the same clearing of the fire. An old lady sitting by the fire in a cauldron over the edge of the coals. And as soon as you push out of the trees, the rustling and skipping of your little wooden puppet son as he cavorts in front of you, super excited to see the woman by the fire again. And he'll go, "Father, Father, we did it, we did it.
You did?
Yes, Father. Tinker Tap is good.
Tinker Tap is wonderful.
Father is good."
Tinker Tap is wonderful.
And as you approach the fire, the crone hunched by the fire, who looks much, much larger than one would have guessed at a distance, turns her one eye towards you, and you feel yourself in the presence of the Raven Queen.
I genuflect because that's what you do when you meet a god.
She says, "Well pleased with you, little satyr. You have secured the clue. Now you must break the ties upon it, that Cache may not find you again. We may speak his name now that he no longer holds the clue. But should he find you again, he will seek to reclaim it.
And how do I
You
break the
will-
ties?
You will need to forge new ones. You need to make this magic no longer his. And then you must bring it to me."
All right, as you wish.
Again, know that I am well pleased with you. And with that, she's going to reach out one of her huge claw-like ancient wrinkled hands, which of course has not just the leathery, scaly skin of the old crone, but is in fact the sleek, black, scaly hide of a raven's claw. And she will reach out and go to touch you in the forehead.
I will allow this.
You feel a cold chill where she touched you. And she will say, "This mark will make you known to those who can help and prevent those who would hinder you from doing so."
Thank you. Your Highness.
And then she'll reach down and pat Tinker Tap on his little raven mask wooden head as he dances for joy. And with that, she will turn back away towards the cauldron and the fire, and you will awaken.
Okay, then.
You can roll me an Arcana. I know you're not great at it, but let's see how that goes.
I expect to. Well, I got a +1, so I'm not horrible either. It's just not my preferred.
Not a penalty.
I'm using different dice than normal, though. 14.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that you're going to need to do some kind of like magic item attunement. At least to start with, that might be what you got to do. And certainly, you're pretty sure Copernicus will know what needs doing here.
All right.
And And now that you know you can talk about it, you can talk about the clue, you can talk about Cachet, because it was the possession of the clue and his connection to it that gave him the ability to scry on you, right? And you're pretty sure that while he's still connected to it, it's not close enough to him for him to use its powers.
Enough. When I wake up, I will roll towards Copernicus, so I know he's always awake, and say, "Can you help me attune this? I apparently need to break the ties it has to Cachet the Dickless."
That shouldn't be too hard here. I'll
Good.
get in there with my
You will
magic
also
eyeballs.
notice, you'll notice that when you roll over and go over to Copernicus, Tinkertap is still there, and he will scuttle over with you. So Copernicus, as you're talking to Tromlin, you will hear the little tip tap of wooden feet, and you will see Tinkertap poking at the porcelain sheep. And you'll notice that when he does so, that the porcelain sheep seems to be filled with cracks at this point, and he's kind of curiously poking at some of the cracks as flakes of porcelain are kind of falling off.
I think, well, Peter suspects where this is going. Perny does not know that. I think Perny, in his grief, is like fully lashes out, like an uncharacteristic snap of like, "Get away from that!" And like literally pushes him off of it with his very bit of little old man strength.
He'll scuttle and clack back and hide behind Tromlin.
I will pick him up and cradle him, and I will shoot a death glare at Perny.
Yeah, Perny, I think, does have a moment of softening and feeling bad, but you also see like his book is open. He's been writing notes to Morgan all night in the book, waiting to see if he gets like an answer, and just like even just like idle thoughts, like kind of closes it sheepishly. I'm sorry, I'm not myself this morning. Yeah.
Tromlin will turn to Tinkertap and say, "We lost an important friend to us last night, and we're all a little upset. Grandpa Perny is just dealing with a lot of emotions right now.
I'm sorry I lambasted you."
Also, I point out Tromlin probably says that completely emotionlessly because he is just numb at this point.
Tinkertap will say, "Yes, father. Must cut the strings. The strings, father."
We're going to cut the strings.
Good, good. He does another little delighted dance, at which point he will crawl back under your collar and resume being a tattoo on your neck.
I'll start making breakfast.
I'll get a look at the egg.
I'll start making the breakfast stew.
Yeah, the first steps you would say here, Copernicus, are simply Tromlin needs to spend some time with this. You could, if you want to do so, you could do a identify ritual
Yeah, I will,
on the egg to learn more.
I think Perny's also like...
There's a question of order of events here. Do you want to investigate the stone outside or the clue first?
Oh, so I think Perny spent most of the night investigating the stone. So I think this is something he's been like thinking about, gathering data, gathering stories. But I think that like before he goes and does that, I think he's stalling for time because like tangling with Djinn just. So
you guys,
he's putting it off,
breakfast.
And
you
give him an easy win. He'll do that instead.
You can get so obviously you need Tromlin to spend some time attuning, like you would with any other magic item. He needs to spend a certain amount of time handling the object and attuning it for its use. But in the meantime, you can do, or you, I don't know who if it's, I think, well, Tromlin knows from his conversation that it's supposed to be him that he needs to make a connection with this thing so he can bring it to the Raven Queen. But Copernicus, if you're just thinking of breaking the connection that Cachet has to it, you might be trying to attune it yourself. I don't know.
I don't think so. This doesn't feel like that's his thing to do. That doesn't feel intuitive to him here. So, I think if there's no way that I can like try and
You can
snip
still do
this
the
thing.
identify.
Okay, I'll do the identify then.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll do that while Trundle's cooking.
Identifying, doing the ritual over the stone. This is in fact a legendary scrying stone.
Sick.
So it has all the powers of a normal sort of scrying stone crystal ball. And it in fact has all of the advantage. So for example, you remember the crystal ball that you were working with of Lucretia's, and the one that Albina had as well. They had different features. This one has all of them. So you can. The only thing you can't do with this when scrying would be to like reach out to those you're scrying on in any way. So like, for example, I think it was, I can't remember if it was Lucretia's or Albinia's where they could do a telepathic contact to the person.
Right.
That's not an option with this. But
That's the Cadillac of scrying
there,
stones.
yeah, there's like, not only does this scrying stone allow you to like go, okay, I want to see what this person's doing. Through normal, if there's like an anti-scrying magic, there's an anti-scrying magic, but generally, not only can you do that, you don't really need to know the individuals that you're doing this to. You could just need to know sort of generally what you're trying to learn. And you can use this stone to learn things, like just to go, not just, I want to spy on Gracchus the wizard, and then you see Gracchus the wizard wherever he is, assuming he doesn't have any scrying magic going on. But rather, what is Gracchus the wizard up to with... So imagine you had not already stopped what was going on with the frostworm of the north. You might not just see what Gracchus is up to at the moment of your scrying, but what he did in the past to set up the magic he was doing in the cavern of the frostworm, right? So you can seek out knowledge rather than simply people and places to view with the clue.
Ooh, Bernie, thinking again about, well, if I just attuned it for like, it's like a minute, being like,
And
no,
of course,
no.
I can't do it. No.
And you also know about the effect that it was using before, which is that the one to whom it is attuned will always know if they are being spoken of or
Right.
plotted against. Okay.
Okay. I think Fernie, when he gets all this info, goes to Trundle and says, does all this. How long would it take to? I'm sorry, out of character. How long would it take for Trundle to attune?
Like within a day. Like it's not. It's like a normal magic item attunement. It just takes a outside of combat time.
I don't think we have because it would be so helpful for figuring out how to handle the djinn, but I think that we don't have a day where we can sit in a spot of power that Cache knows of. I don't think we've got a day. So I think Perny starts like after breakfast we'll do the djinn thing. He's like getting himself psyched up for it. But that's it. I do want to check on the damage on the
you
porcelain.
have, so I just want to back up slightly, because so last night you were telling the group to some degree what you were kind of thinking about with this djinn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure I understood that, because during the night, Ugna, roll me a d20, please.
Okay. I haven't been rolling great.
It's okay. It's wisdom based, which you're great
17.
at. Okay, rolling this with disadvantage. So roll it again. Disadvantage though. I need you to roll it.
Oh, that other one's a crit though. The other one's a crit.
15.
Okay. 50. Okay.
And
your wisdom's
so that's
0.
exactly
Okay, so straight up 15. Okay. You aren't going to vocalize it, but when Copernicus said, and maybe with this djinn thing, we could come up with a careful wish, something along the lines of bringing Morgan to us.
Yeah, that's the wish that's in Ugna's heart.
You can't help but wish for that. You don't
Yeah,
vocalize it because you made your saving throw.
Mhm.
So you don't like wake up in the night and go, but what if I went out to the stone and did that now? But it's definitely in your mind. So
No, and
back
Uma's
to
been like
Copernicus,
lying in bed, just crying,
like
sleeping,
mainly awake.
mainly awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking about all the things she
Occasionally.
wishes she could have said to Morgan.
And wishing in every way but verbally
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
wish that Copernicus has
Absolutely.
mentioned. So
Uh,
Copernicus,
quick question.
Yep.
As far as I'm aware, with djinn and wishes and stuff like that, would writing it down
Constitute
qualify
that.
as
Yeah.
a constitute making a wish?
you'd have to interact with this djinn, you imagine.
Okay. I think at some point, when like he hears Ugna crying and like whispering to herself, I think at some point Perny might actually go over with his book and be like, if you want to like just send her a message, I don't know if she's gonna receive it, but like you can just write it down and you can write down your wish, write it down, and you can feel your way through it. And leaves you with like, and I think it leaves you with his pact book for a while, which is like he doesn't usually not have that in his hands, but I think he offers that at some point in like the night or the morning.
So you write down a fair bit about what?
Ugna only writes a couple words. And those words are, I love you, and I wanted more time together.
Okay,
And that's it.
Copernicus.
That's it. Those
When-
words are all that's in the book.
And I'm just sitting here dying in silence, trying not to.
You're already dead.
Oh my
It's all
God.
good.
I'll
Maybe
shut
not,
up.
it's
Sorry,
fine.
sorry. You're right. I'll shut up. Sorry.
Copernicus, when you go
fine.
over to investigate the porcelain lamb,
Yeah.
You sort of reach out gingerly to see what's with these cracks. You can clearly see that there are hairline cracks all throughout it. And in fact, just the air movement of your approach and the whole thing disintegrates. And it just disintegrates into little tiny flakes and powder of ceramic. But in the center of this little pile of dust is what appears to be like a goose's egg.
Would like to arcana this weird egg.
A large blue spotted goose's egg.
Set on it and hatch it.
I will arcana it first, and then I will sit on it and hatch it. Well, that's a nat one.
No.
It's an egg.
So that looks an egg.
I mean, you can look at it with your magic vision. It's not magic. It's just an egg.
Okay. Perny's going to
Or maybe
pick
there's
it up.
traces of magic on it like there was on the porcelain. But like, again,
Okay.
wild magic does weird shit.
Perny's going to pick it up very carefully. And thinking now about like, should I put the ceramic flake like these are like the ashes equivalent? Do I like put them?
Oh, yeah,
in
you sort of
something?
like sweep some of the ceramic flakes into a pouch because you're like,
Yeah,
you're still thinking about resurrection spells.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Maybe this
a
counts.
true
Yeah,
resurrection. Maybe this is part of her. I don't know. I
Yeah.
grabbed at her and I got a live sheep that turned into porcelain and disintegrated into dust. Maybe the dust counts.
Wild magic,
Yeah.
man. That's how.
yeah.
That's how
Wild
it is.
magic. Yeah. But I'll bring the egg over and say the sheep crumbled, and this was inside it. I don't know what to do with it, but we'll we best be careful with it. I wish Fetid were here. She could maybe identify the species. It could be a sheep, I guess.
I will also point out this morning
Egg.
that Prince Assad is gone.
Oh my. He heard we were gonna
Okay.
fuck around with a djinn, and he was like,
His
"Mm-mm,
his
nope."
his stuff is gone.
Bravely ran
And then-
away, Sir Robin.
Did he leave our bag of holding behind?
He did. He took the crossbow out of it that he found, probably because he feels like he might need to use it. But that's it.
Okay.
He probably took some food because I know you had a whole bunch of rations in there. He
Oh,
probably
yeah,
took
yeah.
some food and water because I just realized he didn't really have any of that on him when you met him. So, You go outside of the tent and you'll find his footprints in the sand leading towards the direction of the oasis to the south.
Well, Godspeed, friend.
Yep.
Godspeed you to your destination. I think
You also notice the sort of cat-like face on this giant rock is open. The mouth is open, and there is a cave. And there's a blue man sitting in the entrance to the cave with his feet up, smoking a sort of a cross between a pipe and a hookah. It's like a long, like a portable water pipe. Like there's no separate body of the hookah.
Bernie's gonna just do like a little like 1 minute and then run back inside. And be like, oh, the djinn is out now. I think we have to do this now. I don't want to keep him waiting. Tromlin, you're a better talker. I think you should do the talking here. But let's maybe just take a minute to think about how we want to phrase, like, bring our friend Morgan, daughter of the Grand Dame Lady Chillwind, just in case there's another Morgan or we have another friend named Morgan, bring her here safely and as intact as can be. I don't know what we offer the djinn in return, but perhaps.
All right, before we do that, give me a minute. I will start a fire, and I will make some cardamom tea with cinnamon and cloves.
Smart.
And I will also make him.
Make me a cooking roll. You have. And I will let you back this up with a history roll, Copernicus.
Okay.
You have been to a HUD, and you can help Tromlin make like an actual appropriate tea for this.
Fucking 20.
Perfect.
You remember a verbatim recipe.
Yeah.
19.
Oh damn.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Coasting on that 20.
Remember, he's got like a +7 to this. He's good at this.
Can I notice how tired and like at the end of his fucking rope Tromlin looks?
I mean, it's not being hidden.
I have the oblivious trait, so it takes Perny a lot to notice.
It takes a nat 20.
Yeah, it takes a nat 20 and something unrelated to be like.
You notice the opposite. You notice how much better Tromlin looks today, having finally gotten a decent rest.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's still not in a great headspace, but the contrast between him waking up arrested makes you clue into how bad it was last night.
Tromlin, how are you doing? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just making breakfast for the blue man.
I know what you're doing, but how are you?
I'm fine.
Like Perny just like keeps looking at you.
Tromlin is so zoned in on cooking and hiding how he actually feels that he's just unaware.
I think Perny doesn't know what to say. He's not the best talker, but I think you just feel like a short little old man hug sneak up behind you and just like a hug from the back while you're working on the tea.
I pat his hands.
You do so much for other people, and we're always coming to ask you for things. And we are about to go meet with a being whose very existence is predicated on the same relationship. People just show up and ask him for things. I think that you might be the first person in a long time to come and bring him something, and I think about what you would do if someone offered you a favor at a time that you needed it when you've been so used to giving them out, and maybe that's what we offer him. I don't know. Maybe he won't be expecting it.
Tromlin just kind of nods silently and keeps cooking. He's trying to make a breakfast stew, but also make like a quick bread to go with it, because I didn't say I could make things in addition to the stew.
That's true.
Stew just has to be the focus.
Technically, all food must be stew was the law.
Okay, well I'll break it up the bread in the stew then.
Although we're out of the law zone now, correct?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, like nobody's
Stew's still great.
Sort of
Stew's still great.
That. You have grown, or you have grown back to your normal size. With the occult
Okay,
rolls
well,
you've
in
been
that case,
making,
I
yeah,
will
I
make
would.
a mix of
Yeah.
things like a breakfast bread, some
There
dried
seems to
fruit.
be no negative side effect from doing so.
Nice.
All right. Then once the tea and everything is ready, I will plate it appropriately, and I will walk towards the djinn.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys come out, and the djinn is still there, smoking his pipe, and he will just kind of look at you curiously.
Um,
And
hmm?
just raises his eyebrows.
I kind of take a deferring posture and say, "Brought you some breakfast and tea. Is that all right?"
I was very tempted to do the
Robin Williams.
the Hanna-Barbera genie from the
Oh, wow.
Dabble
70s
dabble.
cartoons.
That's an even
Yeah,
deeper
except
cut.
that was also based
Curly Joe.
on it was partly Curly Joe, but it was also partly like the Cowardly Lion guy.
I think it was
Uh,
actually voiced by Joe Besser, though.
Really?
Was it? I thought it was Dawes Butler,
Let me
but
double check.
but maybe you're right. That would be great if it was
He
if it for
was
once
Air
wasn't
Bear
Dawes
and
Butler.
Yogi. Yeah, he was Babu. He played Babu.
Yay!
I know my Stooges. I don't know my cartoons.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, I offer him this tea. I have a little bit of honey that he can add into if he likes. I didn't want to assume if he likes sweet tea or not, and I bring him a breakfast.
So as you come out, he'll go, "Well, greetings, mortals."
Sir, would you like some breakfast and tea?
Oh, I'd like that very much.
I will try
It's
to
not
arrange
often that mortals bring me gifts.
it. Trump just, without thinking, sighs and nods. I can only imagine, sir. And I hand it to
Well,
him.
aren't you an interesting one? I can see her mark on you.
Yes, yes, I have definitely been honed in on.
Well, thank you for the tea, bearer of the Raven's Eye.
My pleasure, sire. And how would you like me to address you?
Oh, it doesn't really matter to me. I was
And
so tempted to just have him say his name is Babu.
then I will continue to call you sire. How about that?
Um, he'll say, so do you know how things work around here? And he looks at Copernicus and he looks at you.
I have
Actually, he'll
a,
glance at all of you. He'll look at Ugna in the back. Trey is back to doing dust bath now that he's out.
I'm staying far away because I don't want to accidentally say anything.
I have some ideas, but sire, shouldn't you just enjoy your breakfast for a little bit? You work enough for other people. And with that, I will pull up my panpipes and I'll start performing for him.
Oh, this one's good. He got asides to Copernicus.
He's my
So
grandnephew.
how about you, old man?
Oh,
He gives you like a knowing look.
Oh, okay. Do I is there anything I can roll to figure out what he knows or what that means?
Yeah, give me an insight. I
Oh,
really
I'm not
wish
good at
Morgan
that.
was here.
I've got. Does
Uh,
my oblivious trait come into play
Yeah,
here?
I think you're going to roll this with disadvantage.
Great, we love that for me.
I'll give Tromlin a roll too, though, because he's more likely to pick up on this.
Insighty. Yeah.
18 and 19.
Oh ho
my
ho!
God.
That gets me to a dirty 20.
Ooh.
You catch the slight emphasis on old,
Like
and
Uh,
he
he's
gives you
seen you
that knowing
before?
look.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
you may
yeah.
have been here in ages past?
Or just he
Maybe
might just know
not so
exactly
much
what I am
that.
on site.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you did hear him refer to Tromlin as the
Yeah,
bearer of the
bear of
Raven's Eye.
Raven's Eye.
He can see things
Uh,
truly.
he knows
Yeah.
some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and so when he asked, "What about you?" What was the thing he said before that? Like, what was that building off of? Was it just like, "Who
Oh no,
are
he
you?"
said
Or like, "What
he
brings you
said
here?"
this like so. Tromlin was like, I
Oh,
don't
this was
want
good.
anything. I'm giving
Yeah.
you some breakfast and some tea. I'm even going to play and perform for you. And he said, oh
Yeah.
this one's good. And then
Yeah.
he kind of turned to you and said, but what do you want, old man,
Mm.
or something along those lines. How about you,
And he
old
knows
man?
I'm buttering him up for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I think Prince say, well, sire, my grand nugget here is the one who's much more well spoken, and I find myself right now tripping over my words because of a recent loss, a recent grief, and I'm seeking a kind of closure and understanding what happened to a dear friend. But I've read many tales of the great djinn.
Hmm.
But
Let me
I've never
back up
met one.
slightly.
Okay.
I'm going to pause you there. We'll pick up with the role play there, but it just occurs to me I didn't give you the full sort of. You were doing the research over the night.
Yeah.
About the djinn. So a couple things that because of that insight roll is so good, I kind of want to set you up with. One, when you did your research, you started doing your thinking more about what's going on with the this cave. Like you remember Cave of Wonders stories. You have the opportunity to potentially try and commune with or otherwise make contact with Lucretia and get some information from your library
Okay.
in the night with your investigation. So, presuming that you do some degree of like reaching out to Lucretia with the magic. Worst case scenario, you know that Tromlin could cast Ascending in the morning, but one way or another, he was offended by that. How's our cameras?
They're a little messed up, but I'm sure he'll be right back.
Yeah, just had Randy's signal drop. He'll be back. But you, when you're investigating further and getting some information from Lucretia out of your books, the Cave of Wonders specifically is legendary because it supposedly has all of the treasures of the djinn.
Oh no.
It's supposed to be like a place where, like, gold without end and jewels and magic and so forth can be had for, for the taking, kind of thing. But you have the arcana and the knowledge that the depths know that this is like famously people will go to find the Cave of Wonders and try to steal its riches or try to get this, that, or the other magic
Not
item
return.
of legend from the djinn, and they will be ensorcelled or trapped or tricked or otherwise come to a terrible end. So you're probably going to fairly quickly. I just realized, Alina, that we had a bunch of. Oh, you've been keeping track. I just saw
I'm
a bunch
on
of.
it. Don't worry about it.
You have an inspiration.
We have
Yes,
two.
you guys have inspirations.
Yeah.
MLIS rolled us over
Thanks, Mike.
twice.
MLIS Revenge for helping out.
Yeah.
These guys needed it.
I think then that knowing that, like, Perny will the way he approaches this will be to be very clear. Like, I've not come to take any riches. I've not come for anything in the cave. If anything, I would trade you a treasure to add to the cave. and I think Perny actually takes off his boots of flight, and like approaches and like places them on the ground in front of the djinn and then takes a respectful distance. Yeah, we're not here for treasures. We're just here to receive some help in understanding what's happened to our friend. I think Perny's gonna like wait and look around and kind of like he's pausing in the way that like so the group knows like I think I'm about to ask for it. If anyone wants to alter the plan, if anyone has anything they want to change or add, like now would be the time.
Gugna just like slams her hands over her mouth so she cannot blurt out anything stupid. It's like,
Yeah.
You will
might-
say, I have no use for this. And he'll sort of wave his hand at your boots. But you've come to bargain. That is what I'm hearing. Am I hearing correctly?
You are hearing correctly.
Well, then. And he'll sort of he'll stand up and like put his pipe away behind his back, and he'll kind of swell and grow in size. And the clouds will come and cover this direct sun so that it's not quite as bright here. And he'll say, then I think it is very clear that you have come with wishes in mind.
We have one wish, and we've tried to keep it as small as we can. We just want a friend.
So you say.
We want a friend
But
brought
there
here.
are other wishes in your heart.
We have not come
But
to
that
bargain
is-
for those.
I see. And what with which shall you bargain? Trinkets such as these are of no interest to me.
What is of interest?
Hmm. He looks at each of you in turn and says, there are powers here. And I think there are ways in which you can be of service to the djinn of Wahad. I think if you were to pledge that service, your wish could be granted.
Well, service is one of those words that's a bit like air. Where does it begin and where does it end? I think we both know that we would need to have something a bit more specific than service, because our wish will be very specific. It will be bring our friend to us, is what it will be.
Mhm.
And specifically, what kind of service would you like rendered to the djinn of Wahad? Even Perny knows not to sign an open-ended.
There are 3 services, but one of those services you already wish to perform.
And that our interests are aligned.
And so there is little to be bargained there.
Hmm.
The second service, I think, also is of mutual benefit. And so probably would be less of interest here. But the third service is very specific and not particularly of a nature that you already are inclined to fulfill. So perhaps that will be the service of which we will speak. That service will be to do with the Southlands.
And what of the Southlands?
There is a problem to the south that is affecting the well-being of the djinn of Wahad. We are not concerned with the activities of you mortals for the most part. We have our own interests, our own problems. You wouldn't understand. But there is an important relic of the Southlands that has been taken away, and it needs to be put back where it comes from.
What sort of relic?
You will know it when you see it. And you already know of those who stole it.
It occurs to
I
Purdy
am
that
less
he's carrying
concerned
a blood ritual
with it.
dagger that he very much colonized.
We don't particularly care that it gets back where it came from, although I'm sure you will care. But those who took it are a problem.
So you would see, would you see the relic returned, or would you see those who took it dealt with?
The second. But if you did the first, that would do the second.
Okay.
I'll leave it to you to decide what you need to do with that.
And by whose power will it be deemed that it was dealt with appropriately? Is this is us speaking now the contract by which we will negotiate whether or not that service has been fulfilled, or is it ultimately up to you to decide if it has been dealt with in a way that you find?
It will be extremely obvious. The power in question will be broken. How you break that power, I don't particularly care.
Will this service bring us into direct conflict with our kin or allies?
I'll only say that's up to you. I can't predict who you might choose to make allies in the future. You mortals are so fickle.
That's fair.
That's very fair. Well, Trinity looks around. I think this is a deal I can accept.
Same.
Ugna?
Ugna?
Well, it's lucky you already made the wish.
What?
And there's a resounding crack. And I will await
Oh no! There's
the
actual
animation.
Oh my god.
Hello? Hello?
Morgan?
Morgan?
Why is it so dark?
Morgan, where are you? Morgan? Ugna's like on her feet, looking around wildly.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Morgan?
Morgan?
Yes?
Hello?
Where are you?
Where are you?
I don't know, where are you? Listen to my voice! Come towards my voice!
Walk towards the giant genie stone.
And partly shadow, a fairy flutters in from the night, partly made out of the sky. Hello? Where
Morgan?
are we?
We're in
Hello?
the deserts of Wahad.
What? I don't.
Okay,
Why
wait a
is
minute,
it so
wait a minute.
dark?
Garrett, you died.
And yeah, emerging from the egg is a tiny-sized pixie creature with butterfly wings,
My goodness.
bluish purple body, and little Morgan's horns and hair and
Oh my god.
Morgan's
Morgan
face.
Fairy.
Yep, as Morgan has been reincarnated as a fairy.
Ah.
This is a
What's
new
going on, you
extreme
guys?
to the like when the tiniest person finds the biggest person they can date. I feel like
Yes.
Ugna and
Yes.
Morgan now have that thing going on.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
How did
Trowel's gonna point at her and go, "What the hell happened to your legs?"
What? My legs? What? And she
They are
is like
messed
in a
up.
daze, barely even formed, just kind of like this magical haze in the shape of a body.
Oh,
And she can see her wiggle her toes and go, ew, what the fuck?
I think Perny's gonna run in for a hug.
okay, I didn't think that was Morgan, but that sounds like Morgan, actually. Morgan, hey.
Trowelman
What?
pulls back, retching at the toes.
Oh
It's
my
like body
God.
horror.
How tiny is tiny? Like, how tiny are we talking here?
Like, I mean, it varies. Some people prefer to indicate that, like, sprites and imps and fairies in the tiny size are like stand in your hand. But technically, according to the game rules, the the cube size or
Yeah,
the
yeah.
threat size is like
She's
um,
probably
2.5
about
by
12
2.5. So it's probably more like, yeah, it's probably like more like in the neighborhood of a foot to a cubit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still small enough that if Big Ugna brought her hands under you, you
Oh
would
yeah.
like be standing in her palms.
Oh yeah.
Which is
She's
what
kind of still incorporeal, so when you like pick her up, she's kind of getting pushed up a little bit, like weightless, kind
Yeah.
of like still coalescing.
Ugna like fully skids in on her knees to like lean under you and hold up her hand to give you a place to land.
Why is it so dark out? What happened?
It's night.
It's day. I thought it was daylight now. I thought it was morning.
Oh no, it's morning. That's right.
It's morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
morning.
Uh,
Are your eyes
Although
still?
it is kind of dark from the clouds.
yeah,
Okay.
but not like
I
super
will
dark.
turn to the genie and say, "Thank you. This service will be rendered. You told us we would understand when we see it, and I trust that will happen. But the service will be rendered as soon as we know what it is."
Who's that guy?
He is the djinn who brought you back to us.
What? Jim?
Yeah.
I don't like gyms.
Yeah, this one's better than I think you probably met the same Jim as Zaxxas. This is definitely better. Did he sell you empty eggs? Was it Jim who sold you empty eggs? Because this is not that Jim.
Talk
Different
about
Jim.
eggs right now. No.
Oh, right. Yes, sorry.
How do you feel? Okay? Are you all right?
I don't know. I think I have toes, you guys.
Ugh.
I think I have toes.
Trauma looks away and just repelled.
I'm like, it's not so bad. You
Don't
gotta
lie to
wash
her.
them, but they're okay.
You'll survive.
How do
them.
you guys stand on these things?
Well, you don't have to. You can fly.
What? Good God. As long as I don't have to touch it.
Oh,
Ew.
Well, can you still
There's like a
prestidigitate?
tiny rent appears in space, and you can see like like fingers, and there's like a wigged head trying to like go through, and it goes, the law. You're not supposed to break any eggs. And he's like pointing
Law?
at Morgan.
We're outside your jurisdiction, asshole.
Law?
Can I guiding bolt him?
Yeah.
back into the
Was I
Fairlands.
supposed to stay
Guiding
not
bolt.
here?
You're
Was I
guiding bolt
supposed
right
to
through the
stay in
crack.
the fucking egg? I couldn't break the
Um,
fucking egg because of the law? You think
Who
I
wants to
shouldn't
waste
be here
20?
to keep an egg in place? Silly laws are
Zorch.
made to be broken, you bitch. And she's going to lightning bolt them.
Oh my god.
Lightning bolt and a guiding bolt. There's like a little burning chunk of gavel and like wig hair goes flying out, and then the rent in space is gone.
I am
Oh,
rolling
no.
this damage because it's critical, so I have to know.
Nice. Morgan.
So is it
or
Generally
no.
to
right?
the Feywild.
Critical doubled?
Yeah, just roll it and double it. It's easier.
32.
Nice. plus a
Then that's
lightning
it.
bolt.
Advantage on the lightning bolt.
Oof.
Yep. You don't have to roll the hit on the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, right, it's reflex.
Right.
That
Or
just,
a
The fellow
dexterity.
that just
also,
hits.
because this is our first time casting a lightning bolt as a pixie, just blasts herself backwards into
Yeah, the
into
recoil.
Ugna
yeah, you
Yeah,
just like
because of the
you
recoil.
you just lose control and do the like woo.
That's hilarious. So this is
Nice.
completely unplanned, but I'm wearing my pixie
You-
shirt today.
It's chaotic small.
Yeah, chaotic small.
Perfect.
Nice.
It me.
It
it
you.
me.
It you.
Mm-hmm.
Someone will offer
Raven,
the
do you want
djinn
your
some tobacco?
with him throwing the wah curse at you? Do you I would be willing to have wild magic turn your feet to hooves.
No, it's okay. She's gonna try and
You want to
adjust.
Gotta have your
the pixie
toes.
thing? Yep.
Nice.
Mhm.
Just
Stick
think of
with
them
pixie toes.
as worms that live at the end of your feet.
It's totally normal.
That will help you, right?
Someone
That's better?
turns and starts retching, drops to his knees.
Ugh.
It's got the opposite of a foot fetish. It's just like, absolutely not. No toes, please.
Cover those grippers up.
Morgan prestidigitations Perny to be as stinky as fetid.
Ooh.
Ernie doesn't notice.
Uh-huh.
Well, we know for sure it's her. That's no question.
Did somebody make soup?
And the Great Bazoo is going to that's because I've just decided that's his name. Claps his hand suddenly and turns to Ugna and says, "Ooh, done."
What? Did I say something?
Ugna.
Huh? I was really good. I didn't say anything.
You've got one more chance if you want something else. But I highly, highly recommend that you quit while you're ahead. That's what they say.
Fowler raises the hand. We're good. He offers him some pipe tobacco, and that's about all.
And Pernie's like, it's not,
Yep.
Ugna, it's not worth it. We will find her another way.
He holds out his pipe and bows his head to you as you offer him some tobacco.
I pack it.
He'll in fact take a pinch. He'll take a pinch from his pipe now that it's been out for a minute, and do you a swap.
Oh, thank you kindly.
So
Light
he'll
my
mix a bit of yours with his. He'll mix some of his with yours.
It's like Carolyn turns the party. We should get out of here now.
We should be
Imagine
on
we
our way.
weren't here.
I would like everyone to make a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Oh, what dice shall we use for
Trey
this
doesn't have
spell?
to. Animal intelligence.
That's true. 16.
21.
You're good. 16. That might be shy.
That's a real good roll for me.
I rolled a 4. I'm going to spend it in inspiration.
Probably
Use-
not a bad idea.
I rolled an 8, so I'm going to use an inspiration.
Oof. Yeah. That's 2 inspirations.
Not much better. That's an 11 on the dice.
That'll take you up to
That'll-
like
16.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if 16 is good enough.
21.
21 will do it for sure.
I mean,
you only have a +3
advantage
wisdom save.
favors charm.
It's not a charm. Well,
Oh,
it's a charm related. I'll give you that advantage roll. It's
Okay.
charm adjacent.
this one.
It's either going to be a 16 or 17 difficulty. I'm just trying to decide. Like Ugna's right there.
Does anybody want to
15.
guidance me and just like push me over the edge?
15 on dice.
But
I
guidance
will.
Oh,
Guidance
help with the
doesn't
saving throw.
do saving throws.
Resistance.
I can do my what's it call it though? My bend luck to
What-
add D4.
What was your roll? Morgan, what was your roll?
15 on the dice. +3, 18.
15 on the dice. Okay, so
Right,
you're
right,
good.
right.
That's an 18.
I'm
So
like,
it's
oh,
just
shit.
you can't So you bend luck. Yeah, you can give bend luck to do a +5. So you want to spend 2 sorcery points to do a +1d4 to Ugna?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then that's good enough
Nice.
because a
That's
+1
nice.
will do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo.
So you spend 2 sorcery points to go use your reaction. Ugna, so all of you, as you're talking about getting out of there, and Babu has a toke on his hookah and kind of like steps back and resumes kind of his normal size, and the sun comes up behind the clouds. The glinting shine of just fields of gold through this open cavern just hits all of you, and you all feel a bit of a wave of greed. Ugna takes a bit of a step forward before you use your reaction.
The bag.
Raven.
We already have a bag. Is what that's what Morgan does to help with guidance. Is go. We have the bag already. It's
Yeah.
we loaded our bag.
Ugna's no longer holding you, by the way, because when the djinn was like, "Ooh, interesting, done," she just smacked her hands over her mouth, and she's just continuing to stand there.
Yep.
Morgan will grab a
She
pinky.
doesn't know what she said.
Morgan will grab a pinky and start pulling Ugna away from the djinn.
I'm not resisting. Off we go. I will follow you to the ends of the world.
What are you doing? What precautions are you now taking as you get the hell out of here?
I think let's just not talk for like several miles. No one talk. And if you're gonna think in pictures.
Morgan is leaned over, I guess, ass up in her bag of holding and pulling out a carabiner with a bit of difficulty, and would be like, "Could somebody grab this?" It is the bag that just has the ball gags. So there's an assortment of ball gags, varying designs
Awesome.
available.
We'll just put those on.
As you guys are doing this, I've randomized to see who potentially catches a glimpse of the cave out of the corner of their eye. And that's going to be Tromlin, and I need another wisdom save.
That feels appropriate for our rogue.
Okay. That would be a 16.
That is just shy of the 17.
I will use my inspiration.
Ooh.
Okay.
'Cause I cannot risk this. 17?
17
That's
is what you
enough.
need.
That's enough.
Hey.
That'll hit the cutoff.
Ooh.
So like others will notice again as you're like sort of like gagging people and packing up the tent. Tromlin like packs up the magically rapid teardown tent and putting it in the bag of holding, and in doing so, glances back over at Babu the genie, and feels again the wave of greed and takes a step towards the cave before kind of shaking his head and looking away again.
Ooh.
I apologize to the genie for my momentary temptation. And
He doesn't say anything, but he smiles. But do you look to see that smile?
no, I'm heading off because I feel like I've already disrespected him enough.
Yep. Like just do the like looking straight down, back away
Mm-hmm.
bow.
He
Okay.
told us press our luck, so.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So you're all now trying to get away from here. I need another set of wisdom saves. Just generally, now this is a tiered situation. Now you're just trying to self-control to keep from looking. So if you fail this, it just means another wisdom save. It doesn't
Right.
mean you immediately go
I'll
try to
guide
steal
him,
something.
Ugna,
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
distract them by making
I rolled a
little
17.
illusions.
You like just fly in front of Ugna's face and twerk.
Yeah.
Ugna's not looking
I
at.
rolled
Look,
a
look over here. Look
Yeah.
over here.
but I roll a 10, so
Ooh.
not great.
So that's a 13 for you on wisdom save.
Mhm.
I also
So
failed.
that
23 for me.
okay. So anyone who failed is going to take another glance at the cave of treasures and
Mhm.
imagine all of the magic items awaiting them. And roll another saving throw.
Ugna has the only treasure she has eyes for right now, and it's Morgan.
Just a fairy twerking in your face.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna spend an inspiration.
I'm also going to spend an inspiration
Oof.
because that was a critical failure.
Oh,
That was a
no.
fuck me on the dice. Hold on. I just want to-
24.
The worst one here would be Tromlin, because he could
Oh,
full
yeah.
on just like range steal, right? With
Yeah.
mage hand. Did you make it?
24 here.
Copernicus made it on the reroll.
Kitty boy.
I
Ravens?
also did. I 18.
Kitty boy.
Okay. So you all managed to kind of keep it under control, and
Mhm.
now you're packed up camp and you're starting to move away.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Any further precautions being taken to resist the temptation?
At this point, like, I don't want to blindfold us too.
I also
And we
would
just
like
walk
to
in the
blindfold.
desert.
Yep.
Yeah, let's actually hold on to Trey and like
Yeah, everyone hold hands, and we're just gonna
file.
walk. One
Yeah.
person,
Mhm.
one person, no blindfold, to make sure that we're walking. Because otherwise, I got a feeling we're gonna circle back here somehow. One person.
Well,
Who's the highest
Una just
wisdom
said-
save?
Alina
Trey?
just said put it on Trey, because Trey's not having to make these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just let
Yeah,
Trey go
all right.
towards water.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Let's do that for like 10 minutes.
Okay. I will accept that. So you guys throw on blindfolds real quick. Everyone like takes something and covers their eyes.
Yeah.
And joins up hands.
Correct.
Morgan's got Ugna by the pinky.
Oh, that's really cute.
And Ugna's got the other hand in Trey's ruff.
Yep.
And you're like, go on, boy. Go towards the trees. And he's only too happy. He's had his dust baths. It's great,
I'm
but
sure, yeah.
it sucks out here.
Now he's thirsty, and there's trees over there.
He's already panting.
Guy.
He's a
Oh,
northern
as you
owlbear.
head off-
cold.
Yeah, as you head off into the desert, you hear, well, goodbye, travelers.
Thank you, sir, for your
I
help.
guess I'll probably see you again.
I think we're all ball gagged. I don't think we can yell back. I think we gotta just go
Good luck
muffled.
with all that.
Wave back at him. Thank him.
Good luck saving the wild. You think it'll work? It'd be a miracle. Okay. Yeah, after you
Perny-
like
Perny's
stroll into
gonna
the desert for
hear-
a while, you can.
Perny's gonna hear Nefel for the first time through the book.
Oh my.
After that, and the font is a little bit different, and it like
Did you
fades
sign
in
the
and out
book?
a little bit.
I thought you
Yeah,
still
I
hadn't
did.
signed the book.
No,
You were
I had.
using your.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I had signed it, yeah.
Okay. You weren't just using
it'd be
your
like,
your stone anymore.
Emojis. Yeah. No, it was,
they
it was an
wished us
upgrade.
luck. The djinn
That's
wished us luck.
true. That's true.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's good. That's good. We'll call that good.
So I'll also mention Copernicus, from all your research and your good Arcana rolls. You know that the djinn's powers aren't like as extensive as like a full proper wish spell, but also not as limited. So they're both like more options, but also less, right? You can't like full on massively edit reality, but like nudging the wild magic so that the reincarnation kind of happens in this moment in this
That's
way,
pretty good. That'll do.
rather than like being randomly reborn somewhere on the planet and having to find each other again.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think as we're walking, if we've taken off the blindfolds and ball gags and we're back to normal, I think Perny will sidle over quietly to Ugna at some moment when like you're not talking to Morgan, and just like tear out the page from his book and hand it back to you and said, I think you should give it to her. I think she deserves to hear it, and just like hands it to you.
She actually like will bend down and give you like a big hug, but like a very gentle one. She doesn't want to squish you.
Yeah,
And
I'll
wipe
give a big
little
hug
tear.
back.
And then
You hug a bicep.
I will look at the
Yep.
page and I will look at Morgan, who is now tiny, and fold it down into one of those like those little like magic squares where it's like yes,
Mm.
no, maybe.
Yeah.
And at the very inside of it, if you unpeel it, is where you actually see the note written. And then she'll just like, um, I'm glad you're back, and hand over this little folded paper.
Okay, I need a roll for that.
What
Ugna,
kind?
there is very strongly in your mind that this is a bad idea and it's nonsense and stupid. So you're going to need to fight
That's true.
Bone Crusher on
That's
this.
true. I will.
More like boner crusher.
Oh,
Is 13 like what's the roll here? I rolled a
Yeah,
13.
it's like a wisdom save willpower thing, but Bone Crusher isn't better.
No.
Let's roll off. Let's do
Okay.
it that way. So you roll a
Okay.
13.
Yeah.
Well, I have one of those digits.
Oh. Well,
I got the better one. I got the 3.
I
But anyway.
in my head as she comes over and is like, "That's gross and stupid. You should focus." I just like put her in a headlock, and then we fall back together into the arena inside my head, and then I will finish handing over the note.
That just manifests as hesitation for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah. And I actually, as I'm like suplexing her on the ground, I'm like, "Now's not the time, Bone Crusher."
Bone Crusher will like full on be like, "You can't risk this. The entanglements are going to get in the way."
And she's like,
But
"It's
yeah, you
all
win.
it's all
You-
just
you won.
weakness," and I'm like,
Yep.
"No, this love's the greatest
Don't be
strength
so
I
damn weak.
have. Love's the greatest strength I have," and then I slam her on the mat.
Yeah, you defeat her by
For
making her
love!
nauseated. She's
Suplex.
like,
Nefel is holding this. Actually, not that much, not too out of size for her, but still kind of like.
yeah, it's still like it's like this for you instead of like a
Yeah.
blanket.
You gotta put your whole arm
Oh,
in to kind of make it go back
Yeah,
and forth.
it's like a
Yeah.
it's like a legal sized thing for you as opposed to
So
because
like
you
as
folded it
as
down as
you're
tiny as you can.
yeah
They got big fingers.
as you're having your like internal wrestling match, Morgan / Nefel is like trying to open this, and just like you could see also like she is just like you can't even see her face, like her form is so still in flux that the magic is
Aw.
like a wash of her, so you can barely see her eyes, but like she looks nervous. She's like opening this, she's like, I guess I technically haven't ever done this before. And she like opens it, she's like, I think I remember doing this, but I guess that was a different me. As she opens it, and finally like the last flap flips open, and like the form just becomes like more and more like untethered and uncertain, and just like very quietly she goes, when did you write this?
Last night after everything.
When did you think it?
I mean, kind of for a long time now.
But I'm not really that person in a lot of ways.
You know? I thought you were just Morgan. I thought you were back.
You can see like her light dims and shakes and shudders a little bit, and she kind of curls up on her little like resting spot, which is just like a pillow, a throw. She goes, no, I have toes now. I'm a different person.
Well, I mean, I'm not
Almond.
gonna judge you on
Hey.
having toes or not. I mean, I got real big stinky ones, and nobody's ever really had a problem with that. I mean, if you don't like them, I can. I don't know. I'll just keep my shoes on something.
This is on the march, right?
Yeah.
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 I'm on a cushion on the owl bear,
Trey's back.
kind of guess like
Yeah.
jostling, resting there as you like trudge beside.
He's probably got like a cushion saddle. That's probably
Mhm.
a nice little perch
Yep.
for you.
It makes the scene a little funnier just because he's not like trained as like a performance animal. So Nefel is just like kind of bouncing up and down as we're trying to have this conversation,
Yeah.
kind of going back and forth. And I change a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a good thing.
Not always. Not
Well,
when
I
I
mean,
explode. Not when I die.
I don't. That last one was tough, but you came back, and like I changed a bunch too. I had a donkey head, and then I
Ugna's
got real big.
2/3 of herself right now, and we've been through a lot. We don't know
Ugna
exactly what you've been through,
starts counting her
but
fingers like she's trying to figure out
fingers.
2/3.
We've all experienced a lot of change, and I'm sure it will take some time to settle. But through everything we've been through, we've stayed there for each other, and I don't think that's going to change, Morgan. Toes or not. But we'll give it
There are
time.
things I'm connected to that aren't always good.
I literally made a pact with a shadow entity. So we'll figure it out.
What?
Also,
We'll
You
figure
what?
it out.
if you're not really
Huh?
Morgan,
Wait, you what?
Sorry? Someone say something?
I
uh,
don't want to get you in trouble because of me. I don't want you to get left behind. And I'm afraid if I say it, then you'll get stuck
me?
in the magic.
Perny's gonna. Can Perny unpack that one with any arcana, like what that might mean?
Sure, you want to make a little roll?
Yeah. Or I can make an insight, which I'm much worse at. I don't know if it's about what you're saying has to do with magic or not, but it sounds like it has to do with getting
That
caught in
sounds
the
like
magic. A 13.
Sorry, just had to write something down.
$13, Lane?
I suspect there's
I
some
mean,
DMing happening.
this
Yeah.
is up to Raven. So
All right. It would be related to how most like part fey creatures are made and the cost of rituals that they're associated with.
Okay. I think Perny said there's no price that would make us not stay by your side. But I think that you are understandably experiencing a lot of turbulence and change. You died saving us, and it was you who we left behind. So we care about you. We were preparing to marshal every force we could to get you back, and we did.
And
We did
you'd
our best.
share,
We did our best. But
you'd share this word with me. It's so heavy.
this
I
word,
mean,
Purdy's now thinking of This word being like the thing that the
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
cast.
If you're not really Morgan and I made it weird, then I'm sorry and I take it back. Don't worry about it.
I'll share this word with you. Because I do love you. Hmm?
Oh,
Wild magic surge. No.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it as a
There's
friend.
like,
Oh my
oh,
god.
ow.
Don't you dare! How dare you speak that into the world? So mean.
There is a series of emotions that crosses Ugna's face when you say you love her. And at first it's like shock, like you just slapped her. And then it's confusion, like you can't really, really, really mean that. And then if you don't look away or be like, just jokes, haha, don't worry about it. Then there's this like dawning look of something hopeful and shining in her eyes. Like she can't allow herself to believe it fully, but that she is starting to. And looking at it is like looking at the sun coming up from behind the clouds.
It's
Remember,
such
there's
a big
still a
word.
piece missing.
That's true.
There's still a
Mhm.
piece missing here. So there's still going to be a bit of like uncertainty there, right? Because any bit of,
Soul that's not there.
yeah.
So it's that, but it's like there's a partial eclipse. There's like a chunk out of that hope.
I'll carry that word with you.
Are you still Morgan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All of them.
All of them? Whoa, wait. Did your shadow break away and then become evil and then you split into 3 too?
No, because I don't want to do evil things.
Cool, me too. Yeah. Same.
Hmm.
So Morgan wanted to do evil things?
Morgan says Morgan doesn't want to do evil things.
I know, but the previous Morgan.
I mean,
Mm.
not to the best of your knowledge. We're going to wrap up right away here, but I'm going to give a couple people some clarity rolls here. I think Copernicus and Arcana check for sure.
I'm gonna drop a history on the
And
Arcana just to.
I'll do an Arcana for Morgan as well.
Right.
I
I'll
think
do a
Una
guidance
is going to
on
probably just stay confused
Perny.
here because that just
I
makes
have
sense.
no clarity.
So I got a
16 on the dice for me.
I got
You
a
got a
20
20?
on the history roll to set up the Arcana. Can I have
A nat
advantage in
20.
the Arcana roll? Yeah.
You can.
Nat 20. Okay. 24.
And I'll give Tromlin an insight roll, I think, as well. What did you get, Raven?
16 for insight.
For the Arcana.
Arcana
16.
is 16 plus 6.
Oh, yeah, 22. Okay.
Yeah.
14.
So Copernicus. Oh, sorry. What was that, Randy?
14.
14 on the insight.
Yeah, in fairness,
Okay.
Trauma's kind of distracted right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good enough for the general stuff I was going to. Okay, so first Copernicus. It's pretty clear to you that what has happened, although it wasn't, no one cast the spell specifically. What has occurred is a reincarnation spell effect. So you would be aware that this is the same person, like the same equivalent of doing a resurrection spell has occurred, except that instead of it being in what you were considering doing, like a resurrection spell, if you had the body, would bring Morgan back in that body. If you didn't have the body, which, explosions kind of made that clear, a true resurrection could bring, even without the body, could bring this person back. And it would, again, all of this, I'm not going to confirm any of the weird D&D afterlife stuff, but, literally the person comes back from that plane. Resurrection, exactly the same, except, reincarnation, exactly the same, except that there is a new body. Normally, that new body has to like come into existence somewhere in the world, and clearly the djinn made that happen here.
That's convenient.
So you would be very certain that this is Morgan, but obviously going through some stuff because
2.0.
some heavy
Toast.
shit just happening
Yeah,
now with
yeah.
with Ugna, but also Toe's new body.
Rose.
This isn't entirely Morgan's first rodeo, right? Like, oh hey, now you're undead, or hey, now you're giant or tiny.
Yeah.
Has like these now you're several years
But
of a
you
different
haven't
age. All of these
died
have occurred
before.
during this game. Yeah,
Yeah.
the died is it's a new
That's a
one,
new one.
but it's
I
in
would
the
say
same
so,
ballpark.
yeah.
Yeah. So then moving to Tromlin's insight, you're going to get a bit of that as well. Basically, you realize that this isn't that Morgan's a different person necessarily. Just Morgan just went through some fucking shit, and you have the empathy, insight to, to get that. This isn't Morgan being like, okay, I guess I'm a different person now. This is just Morgan being like, fuck, this is fucked up. Which, frankly, same. You're feeling a lot of that right now as well. Nothing more detailed than that because you only rolled a 14. But Morgan, with your Arcana check, you realize a bit of what's going on with Ugna here. Is that like you recognize the struggle? Like you know Ugna was broken into 3. You know that the parts that are there now are like original Ugna plus, or most Ugna like Ugna plus the no nonsense battle Ugna, and the kind of sweet and emotions Ugna is the piece that's missing. So that's going to have an impact on how Ugna's reacting. And you can, when you see the hesitance or the struggle in the eyes, you're realizing that that's what it's chalked up to.
Right.
Yeah. And so you guys have taken off the blindfolds and everything. You're talking as you're going through the desert. You are really starting to struggle. Trey's really having some difficulties. You might need to do some magic casts to kind of keep him from really being overly affected by the sun. You've got restoration spells and beads. Trauman's still got lesser restoration beads, which can help.
We have the
but
tent
as you,
too.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, if you're marching, you're not just going to stay in the tent. You're trying to get somewhere. You can't do that for too long. But this is all the same day. But you will come over a rise as it's getting later in the afternoon, and find a pavilion tent set up in the desert. As you come over a rise and see the oasis in the distance, you see this huge pavilion tent and a large number of camels. Tethered, and various individuals, hanging out. You smell food cooking. You hear music, and people are in the process of setting up an evening meal, having clearly journeyed here for some time. And you see that the people within this place are mostly feline types, Leonids, like Prince Assad. And you will hear yourselves being hailed and shouted to as you come down. And as you sort of come down, Prince Assad will come out along with like an entourage. And now you see he's like, at first you don't recognize him because he is completely done up in silks. He has I forget what the term for the hat, a burnous, the hat that has the sun off of your neck and shoulders, and a bejeweled scimitar, and like he's been clearly someone who knows who he is has gone, oh, my prince, and helped him out. But he will call to you and say, my friends. Come,
Oh.
come. I can't believe you're still alive.
It was
I
And
turned
as
the
you
party.
make your way down, sorry, go ahead.
Morgan laughs.
I just turned the party and say, I'm gonna give them all catnip.
As you're making your way down and you see the big feast, Tromlin, of course, immediately going, where can I sneak some catnip into all this? I would like a perception check from it's gonna probably be Tromlin who would have the best shot here.
wherewithal.
So let's get one from Tromlin. Yeah. Well, it's the skill level.
Oh yeah.
19?
19's pretty good. I'm assuming that's after your +7.
Yes.
So you notice as you're specifically looking to the feast and like going, I'm gonna pull a trick. I'm feeling trickstery.
Oh, I have a new god
You
today.
will notice. Oh yeah, you want to roll your god before we wrap up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably not doing pranks. 24.
Give me a quick second here because I got to do the thing. I'm just going to go back to the root drive, and then I can do the Randy's god list. There it is. I don't have to do the search. You said you don't want to go overly trickstery?
I mean, if I roll a trickster god, I'll be a trickster. But I just realized I didn't know who my god was for the day.
Yeah, it's an elven god, Erevan Ilisir,
Ooh.
the elven deity of mischief, change, rogues, and changelings. Erevan is fickle, utterly unpredictable god who can change his appearance at will. His symbol is an asymmetrical starburst in black.
I'll figure something out.
Change seems like
I'll
the
make it
theme of
fun.
today. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
change
deal.
indeed.
Say,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you
Oh,
did that this morning before Morgan came out as a fairy.
Yeah.
So you're sort of like,
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds
There you
about
go.
right. Shape shifting.
Yep.
But you notice on the feast table at the end of the trestle, there is a large cake that someone has prepared. And you are surprised to notice that the cake has been prepared in the shape of Ugna's face. And that is where we're going to leave it for today.
Oh my
I
god.
Amazing.
swear to God, that better be an actual cake. I swear to God.
Amazing.
did you wish for a cake in the shape of your face silently?
I don't know what I said. I honestly do not remember. I'm gonna have to watch this back.
Who wish to eat
Oh, no.
Ugna?
You didn't necessarily say anything. You've got another person in your head.
Oh hell.
Oh,
That's right. I have more than one wish in my heart.
Oh,
Oh,
and it
that's
also
who made the
loves children.
wish.
Oh boy.
So yeah, what am I rolling for, Alina? It's time to give away some art.
Roll me 2d10 because we're behind one.
Right. So the first, and I will remind the audience, signing up for the stream, joining our membership gives you the presents on the list for art giveaway. So I rolled number 6.
6 is J Pain.
nice.
J Payne is up for another one.
Hey hey.
I think I'll make
And for
a
this
fairy
game-
nipple sticker.
We're rolling twice because we didn't have the
Yeah.
list in front of us last week or last game. And then I rolled 7.
7 is Happy Ass.
Nice.
Happy ass.
Congrats, happy ass.
We love you, happy ass.
Jim and Happy
Love
Ass,
a
you're getting
happy
some
ass.
free game art.
All right.
All right. Anybody got anything
I
to
will
shout out?
catch up
before
with
we
everybody
call it?
else's outstanding art soon. We've got a bunch of new sketches to put
Got a
out,
bunch
so
of new drawings
I'll
too. Yeah.
hopefully get them to y'all soon. All right.
Sorry, I just saw the twerking emoji at Happy App.
Yeah.
Anything to shout out, guys?
Not me.
Nope. It's that
Me?
time of year. There's not much going on. We'll probably be doing Emerald City before the next game, so that's
I
the thing
will
that's
not be
happening.
there, but
If you're
Lee will
in,
be.
yep, 2 conventions at once
Yep.
situation.
Yep.
Ooh, lots of work.
Also, come check out.
But I'll be
I
there.
also stream every other Friday our Fairy Tale game, and every other Sunday on Empyrean Rising. Our Magic just came back to the world. Both our Cypher games. I'm just going to post a link to the Twitch here.
And of course, you can always jump on the Discord and hang out with other fans of the stream.
And there's
I don't
just
know if anybody has the
ton of
Discord
art
link.
there.
And there's a ton of art and
Heck yes.
stuff posted going back quite some time.
Some of it.
If anyone's got the Discord link, go ahead and throw it in there.
Gotcha, I got you.
Merci, merci.
I did
Stuff.
put in a few really cute screenshots from today,
It's
including
so good.
the the sound effect icons being stuck over top of Peter.
Peter does
That
appear
was a
to
really
have
good
a pull for
screenshot.
a head.
Nice.
Yeah.
You also
And
got
I will say,
Pico like just lying in my hand like it's a little lawn chair, which he likes to do during game.
yeah,
So sweet.
He's a good boy.
we'll
And I
probably
just
be
also
without
like to
Jeff
brag.
for a while, but we're going to carry on. So
I'd also just like to brag that I created all of the egg and the
I
fell
can't believe
stuff
that.
during game.
on the fly,
When
yeah,
you
On the
that was
fly.
had an
amazing.
egg with a particle effect, a hatching animation, and the fairy wing animation. I was like,
Yeah. Nuts.
That was
nuts.
Lara
Crazy.
D'Souza shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Lars Speeds.
Quick change. Ready for the quick
All right,
change.
everybody.
Hell yeah. Thanks for
Night,
joining us,
everybody.
y'all.
Thanks for
Night,
game.
everybody.
Thanks for joining.
Be safe.
Bye.
See y'all next time.